Kannada movie song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, ये तो हमारे लिए तो surprise for me. Well, this is more hero, but yes, पढ़ाई is important.
Yeah, it's very important. Like 12 hours to fit through it.
Welcome to the PU Burma podcast.
Just pay them for a piece of paper.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing extremely well. This is Abhishek Goel and today we have PU Burma on our channel. And PU और मैं फर्स्ट ईयर से एक दूसरे को जानते हैं. So first semester में मैं और PU का मेरा और PU का सेक्शन एक ही था. We were in section I, right?
Yeah.
Section I.
Boys washroom के बगल वाला पड़ता
Yeah. So 2019 section I फर्स्ट वाले फ्लोर पे था हमारा, राइट? हाँ. तो तब
We are from Penn.
we are from Pest University, Bengaluru. तो वहाँ पे हम मिले थे and how we met and how we became friends.
So I had an idea about its existence. हम सेम क्लास में थे तो मैंने इसे एक दो बार देखा था. But you seem like the studious kid who doesn't really want to talk, blah blah blah, very unapproachable, like very fucking I'm not supposed to curse. Beep कर देना. Yeah, very unapproachable is what I was trying to say. Then हमारा library का fees का due thingy came to all the classes for everybody. In first semester we didn't know कि how did the library dues work. किसी को आइडिया नहीं था. एकदम से library dues आ गए. हाँ, एकदम से आ गए तो सबके आए थे. Right? And they give 1 day to pay it back. And एडमिट कार्ड नहीं आएगा और फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में तुम्हारी फटी तो होती है थोड़ी सी. तो बहुत लाइक आई सेड सबका आया था और हमारे फर्स्ट ईयर में कितने सेक्शंस थे यार? ओवर 15. कितने नंबर पे आता है पी? 20 के आसपास सेक्शंस थे, राइट? 20 के आसपास सेक्शंस थे एंड सबके आए और हर सेक्शन में 60 लोग हैं, राइट? That's a lot of people. And you have to pay the fees the same day. And I had plans to go out, and then I went to see office के सामने. There's a huge line, and when I say a huge line, I mean a huge line. एक end of college से लेके दूसरे end of college पे लोग लगे हुए हैं सिर्फ library dues पे करने के लिए. And I'm trying to look for any familiar face, right? And then I see his face, and him being him, I just go to him like, "Hi, sorry I didn't get your name." And then he's like, like, I'm very bad with names. Abhi bhi I'm very bad with names. Then he's like, I'm from your class. And then he's like, yeah, hi, blah, blah. तो ये लाइन में लगा ही हुआ था और ये काफी आगे पहुंच चुका था उस टाइम पे तक लाइन पे. I'm like, यार तुम लगे ही हो, मेरी भी फीस पे कर दो प्लीज. And he's like, yeah, why not? And then I paid him, I gave him the money and my receipt, and he said I'll do it. And then I went, and that was our first conversation. And I'm so glad he paid the fees that day. Ended up being literally my only friend who has been with me from first semester to the end. यही ग्रेजुएशन में मेरे चिल्ला रहा था. तू ही वर्मा जी चिल्ला रहा था ग्रेजुएशन में. और फर्स्ट
वर्मा जी
semester में भी he was like one of the first friends that I say made during college, and the very few that stayed. I have very limited set of friends I like it that way. And he's one of them. So that was our first conversation. And then we started talking. Then we started noticing each other, saying hi.
And then फिर थोड़ा फास्ट फॉरवर्ड करते हैं. Then कोविड हो गया. कोविड में ये भी कर गई, मैं भी कर गया. और मैंने कोविड होने से 1-2 महीने पहले एक व्लॉग मतलब ऐसे ही डाला था अपने पुराने वाले सबसे पुराने वाले फ़ोन से. एंड देन कोविड हुआ. देन हम लोग दोनों कनेक्टेड थे, हम लोग बातें करते थे. वी यूज्ड टू डिस्कस मोस्ट ऑफ द अबाउट कि क्या कंटेंट बनाना है. एंड 23 मार्च 2020 जब 21 और 23 मार्च जब मोदी जी ने बोला कि लॉकडाउन हो रहा है 20 दिन के लिए, एंड वी सॉ दैट एज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. तो उस टाइम ये वो ड्राइंग एंड आर्ट का वीडियोस डालती थी, टाइम लैप्स लगा के. तो वो टाइम लैप्स लगा के डालती है. उससे मेरे अंदर भी आया, मैं तो बचपन में मैं भी करता था, व्हाई नॉट, आई शुड ऑल्सो डू इट. उसके बाद मैंने भी अपने कलर्स निकाले, बचपन के सारे ड्राइंग्स निकाले, मैंने रिकॉर्ड किया एंड मैंने भी यूट्यूब पे डाला. एंड देन फिर अचानक से कुछ 10-20 दिन के बाद
भेजना भी था like I do this, I'm getting inspired from your video, and then we talked a lot this time.
और फिर अचानक से 10 या 20 दिन के बाद she uploaded some dance video on YouTube and I was like, oh, ये क्या चल रहा है? We used to talk ये सब चीज़ों के बारे में, how to make videos and all. And then फिर ऐसी चीज़ें हमारी कोविड में मतलब मोस्टली यही सब चीज़ों के बारे में बात होती है.
A lot, like assignments be. I used to ask him for assignments. I have never, like rarely I ever did my assignments. I've always asked people around and he was one of those people. Apart from that, spoke a lot about videos. COVID hit. I went back to my home. My parents live in Hyderabad, so it was just my mom and me. I was going through a really, not even not good, like a really bad phase mentally. It was not pretty at all. And I remember I used to love dancing, and मतलब बहुत, and then for whatever reasons I never really pursued it a lot after that. But it was something that made me happy. And when I realized that I am like mentally gone, I didn't like to talk to people. I was staying in my room, and as you might know already, I'm a pretty big extrovert. I'm like an ambivert. बट उस टाइम पे वो एकदम ऑपोजिट हो गया था. एंड देन सिंस कोविड में तुम घर पे ही बैठे हो, लाइक आई स्टार्टेड पेंटिंग ऑल ऑफ दैट. ऑलवेज हैड अ क्रिएटिव साइड टू मी. आई एम नॉट बैड पेंटर, तो दैट
राइटर्स. सो एवरी पेंट हैज अ स्टोरी. तो उसके इंस्टाग्राम अगर आप स्क्रॉल करोगे नीचे जाओगे एंड 2019 2020 के अगर पोस्ट देखोगे तो शी हैज ड्रॉन सम अमेजिंग पेंटिंग्स एंड उसकी भी कोई स्टोरी है एंड शी राइट अ बिग राइटर देयर. सो बहुत ही
Yeah, I used to write, still sometimes do, but I wanted to be a writer, was very into literature, wanted to do a degree in literature, English literature. But then, yeah, engineering happened. Anyways, COVID happened, started dancing and realized that it was making me happy. And it was like my escape. And whenever I was dancing, I wasn't really worrying about anything else. तो ऐसे ही एकदम से मैंने randomly वीडियो बना दिया. हम लोग वीडियोस के बारे में काफ़ी बात करते थे. And then he was my hype man when I started putting up videos, and that really, you need somebody, right? Because there are a lot of people who were pulling me down from college and were like, "क्या कर रही है? It's so weird. Oh my god, so ugly and so you." And then you really need somebody who's like, "No, keep doing this." And I wasn't a great dancer, but I was having fun. It was definitely a lot of raw videos. But उस टाइम पे मेरे को लगता था मैं बहुत अमेजिंग कर रही हूँ, ठीक है. मतलब अब now when I look back at it, it's like
मैं भी उसकी बेकार में इतनी तारीफ करते हैं 2020 में. अब मैं उसकी वीडियोस देखता हूँ, पुरानी वीडियोस देखता हूँ, इसकी तारीफ मैं करता
अब लग रहा है देखो. पहले वो उस हिसाब से मैं बहुत अच्छा कर रही थी. Then we didn't know कि this existed, कि ये हो सकता है. तो yeah, I started dancing a lot, and then we even made a video together.
या
in-
उसकी भी एक स्टोरी है.
हाँ,
तो मैं बोल रहा था कि उसकी भी एक स्टोरी है. तो क्या हुआ था, एक दिन हम लोग ऐसे ही चैट कर रहे थे, वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट समथिंग कॉलेज एंड ऑल का. देन कुछ बोला था ना तुमने कि कैन आई कॉल यू अभी. तो मेरे को लगा कि शी इज टेलिंग कि मैं तुम्हें कॉल कर सकती हूँ क्या. मैं वाज लाइक ठीक है. तो मैं ईयरफोन्स लेने गया एंड ईयरफोन्स लगाया एंड बैठ गया कि शील कॉल. एंड उसके बाद उसके बाद हुआ कि मैंने लिखा ओके एंड शी इज लाइक ये थैंक यू अभी. देन रियलाइजेशन हिट हुआ. शी वॉज टेलिंग मी कि मुझे अभिषेक की जगह वो अभी बुला सकती है क्या. दैट वॉज द कम्प्लीट. सो ये आइडिया में आया ना, हमने इसके ऊपर वीडियो बना दिया एंड वो वीडियो इंस्टाग्राम पे है हमारे. क्रिंज सा बेकार सा.
it's not cringe. I like it. It's very good.
उसके बाद what next?
Yeah. अभी तो I never refer to him as Abhishek. I don't know the last time I referred to him as Abhishek. Anybody in my life, like my parents, everybody knows him as Abhi. अगर मैंने कभी अभिषेक बोला, they would get confused who I'm talking to or who I'm talking about. And yeah, COVID में we spoke a lot. He was putting out vlogs. He used to talk a lot about videos.
Disclaimer, cringe vlog सारे मैंने
कुछ भी
Private
मेरे को
कर
एक तो ये cringe concept समझ में नहीं आता है, पता है. Is it you being you, and obviously when you grow with time, you will look back at things and they might not feel the best.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean it's cringe. It's nice. Stop with the cringe things already. I hate it when people call things cringe. Because so many people have called my dance videos cringe. And I'm like, if you find it cringe, then don't watch it. Like, no one's asking you to watch it. Please, let me be me and don't get into my head. Because अगर मेरे को 5 लोग बोलेंगे, it will get into my head. I don't want that. So no, they're not cringe. Shut up.
Okay.
They're just old videos. And we are being what? 19 years old. Yeah. And you're allowed. You're still a teenager when you're 19. Like, what the hell?
Oh, बड़े हो गए.
Yeah, it's insane. Like the sort of journey we've had, you know, when you're trying to save up money while trying to even eat a chow mein and you're planning कि 3 हफ्ते हो गए फिर खाते हैं या कहीं बाहर जाएंगे तो डोसा खाएंगे. Oh my god. And then now like going into our own places, figuring shit out. I think it's been a like the सबसे जो major जो change होता है तुम्हारी life में, I think this is that phase. And if you have a friend who stays by you during that stage, then usually they end up lasting you for a really long time and you know essentially your life. Because इससे ज़्यादा और क्या ही change होगा. तुम्हारे पास job है, तुम अपने घर में रह रहे हो, right? And there's not much that's gonna change after this. So yeah, I think we've been through that. So it's interesting to see where it's starting.
हमारी लड़ाई भी बहुत ज़्यादा हुई. एक्चुअली 4th 5th सेमेस्टर के बाद बहुत ज़्यादा लड़ाई होने लगी क्योंकि एज आई मेंशन इन माई प्रीवियस वीडियोस कि मैं GPA को लेकर बहुत टेंशन लेता था. एंड शी वाज लाइक अभी इधर चलते उधर चलते. लाइक वी हैड अ ग्रुप, पाप नाम का हमारा ग्रुप था, प्रियांश, अर्पित एंड पीहू एंड मी. तो हम लोग ऐसे ही
हाँ.
मतलब है अभी भी. इट्स लाइक कॉलेज में भी था तो वी यूज टू प्लान, मतलब शी यूज टू प्लान या दे यूज टू प्लान कि चलो यहाँ चलते वहाँ चलते, एंड आई वाज टू टेंस कि मेरे को पढ़ना है एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, या जो भी रीज़न हो, तो मैं ज़्यादा निकलता नहीं था, जाता नहीं था, उसकी वजह से सारे लड़ाइयाँ होती थी, कन्फ्लिक्ट्स होते थे, एंड दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंड। मतलब काफ़ी बार लड़ाई हुई है हमारी।
बहुत बार हुई है. But then also, I mean, yes, लड़ाई हुई है, and we have had bad fights. Like we are not talking to each other sort of fights. But at the end of the day, you also fight with the people who are like really close to it and have certain expectations with. And I think at the end of the day, they helped us understand each other better. मतलब इसको भी दिखा कि what I was trying to say with time. Obviously उस टाइम पे नहीं पता चलता है. उस टाइम पे you just want to slit the other person's throat. But with time, both of us started realizing where the other person's coming from. We should probably change that. Now he gets out more. जैसे मैंने इसे दो दिन पहले बुला लिया अपने घर पे, and he came. I was shocked. I'm like, अभी को मैंने एक बार बोला आ जाओ, and he came like what the hell is happening?
फ्री था, मेरे काम खत्म हो गए थे इसलिए मैं आ गया।
Whatever, you still came. That's like not you. And मेरे को पता था ये मेरे को मना करेगा और मैं गुस्सा होंगी, but none of it happened. Yeah, but I'd always been the sort of person, even in college, that studies are important and blah blah blah, and your job's important, and I get that. But at the end of the day, it's also तुम एक तो यार हमारे 1-1.5 साल कोविड में चला गया, ठीक है, उससे ज़्यादा ही. एंड देन व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड मीटिंग अगेन, जब नॉर्मल हुआ तो प्लेसमेंट का प्रेशर स्टार्ट हो गया. एंड माई पॉइंट वॉज कि कॉलेज खत्म हो जाएगा, वी probably won't be doing masters, even if we are, we might not have us around, and you want to make certain sort of memories in college, right? वो मेरा point of view रहता था कि let's do something, let's hang out, because I want to look back at it, those things, and that is exactly what my college memories are gonna be. And उधर हमारी थोड़ी नोक-झोंक बहुत ज़्यादा होती थी, एंड ये तो जीपीए को लेके पागल था, लाइक इनसेन. वो जो क्या बोलते हैं, द
ये मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा स्टूडियस बता रही है, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि रीजन ये था जीपीए के पीछे भागने का।
I'm not saying it's studious, I'm saying you were worried about it.
Yeah.
That was insane. So I think he was trying to be studious as well and blah blah blah. But इसकी फटी रहती थी कि oh my god, मेरे एक मार्क्स यहाँ कट गया, मेरे एक मार्क्स कट गया, मेरे को point 1 से point 2 चाहिए, and something, मतलब पूरा टाइम वही चल रहा होता था, या फिर कुछ तो पर्सन कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा होता था. There was something that Abhi is always worried about. I'd never seen him, हाँ सब सही है, चलो चलते खाना. Never, like till this day.
इन शॉर्ट क्या हुआ था, कोविड की वजह से मैंने कुछ पढ़ाई नहीं की थी, एंड थर्ड सेमेस्टर में सारों का रिजल्ट खराब हुआ था, एंड मेरा भी ऑब्वियसली खराब हुआ था. सैडली हमारे कॉलेज का फीस इतना ज़्यादा है कि उसका प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा रहता था, यार इतना ज़्यादा पैसे दे रहे, पढ़ूंगा नहीं तो कैसे चलेगा. तो वो सारी चीज़ें मेरे दिमाग में घूमते रहती थी, बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर थिंक करता था, एंड दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंड. फिर चीज़ें सही हो गई विद टाइम, एंड आई रियलाइज हाँ ठीक है.
Even I passed. Like literally, I passed all my. I don't have a single backlog, and this is my single most greatest achievement of life. So you have to give me that.
Yeah.
And they used to help me. So before every exam, like I would end up. रात को एक लड़की थी हमारे कॉलेज में, विभा मस्ती करके, from a different campus. She would make notes. She would make concise notes of an entire subject, जो मतलब 10, 15, 12 पेज के होते थे. And that's it, right? और मैं एनुअल से पहले, like I'm not even talking about internal external होता था ना.
हाँ, इंटरनल में भी एक दिन पहले रात को बैठती थी.
हाँ.
एक दो एग्जाम में सुबह बैठ के पढ़ी है.
हाँ, हाँ, yes. तो मैं विभा मस्ती के नोट निकालती थी. I have zero basic knowledge कि किस बारे में है. I'm like chuck it, like I don't even want to know what this is about. I would understand some logic. मैं इन लोग के पास जाती थी कि प्लीज मेरे को कुछ तो बता दो, मेरे को 3-4 इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें बता दो, दैट आई कैन ब्रेक डाउन एंड पुट इनटू अदर थिंग्स आल्सो. सो आई वुड रियली ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दोस थिंग्स, एंड वंस आई अंडरस्टूड इट, आई वुड लाइक गिव इट इनटू द पेपर्स. एंड माय पेरेंट्स हैड टोल्ड मी कि पीहू देखो जो करना है तू कर, बस बैकलॉग नहीं आनी चाहिए.
कभी कभी हमें ही लगता है जैसे बैकलॉग पक्का आएगा, ये सेमेस्टर में ये सब्जेक्ट में तो पक्का बैकलॉग आएगा, क्योंकि इतना ज्यादा सिलेबस, ये कुछ पढ़ी नहीं है, क्या होने वाला है. यार पास हो गए यार.
And not even like the last rank, okay? I was in the last rank. But yeah, this is something I definitely take pride in. But I don't want to do this again ever. But I did get through all the exams, and there was zero backlog. And these guys also have zero backlog. So I don't know what they did with all the worries.
बच्चों और जूनियर्स प्लीज इससे भटकना मत, डोंट गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. ये बस एक्सेप्शन है. पीयू वर्मा, ध्यान देना पढ़ाई पे, इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट.
ज्यादा ध्यान भी मत देना. डोंट फॉरगेट टू हैव फन.
हाँ, एंजॉय योर लाइफ, दोस्तों के साथ बाहर जाओ, घूमो फिरो, बट यस, पढ़ाई इज इम्पोर्टेंट.
Yeah, it's very important. Like 12 hours before you can do it. It's important.
So हमने काफी बातें कर ली अबाउट आवर फ्रेंडशिप, कॉलेज लाइफ, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, एग्जाम्स हमने कैसे दिए एंड ऑल. एंड लेट्स नाउ टॉक अबाउट करियर, जो कॉलेज में इसकी बहुत सारी एक्सपीरियंसेस है, मेरी तो नहीं, मैं बस पढ़ रहा था. शी वॉज डूइंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, ही हैज एक्सप्लोर्ड लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, क्योंकि इंजीनियरिंग से विद टाइम इसका वास्ता थोड़ा छूट रहा था. शी वॉज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लोर डिफरेंट स्टफ्स, अलग अलग डोमेन्स में इसने एक्सप्लोर किया. आई एम रियली प्राउड ऑफ की वेयर शी इज नाउ एंड
Nothing matters.
या. सो बता.
Yes. Yeah. So soon into engineering, I realized that it wasn't 2 semesters. 2 semesters. Third semester had started. So 2 semesters is soon only out of 8 semester. So yeah, soon into it, I started realizing that it wasn't really for me, and that I didn't know much about कि और क्या क्या exist करता है, because I have an elder brother and he's into coding and he's into software development, and that's all that I knew, right? So थोड़ा सा मतलब इंटरनेट भी था, थोड़ा टाइम भी था, all of that. So when I started doing art and dance and all these things, I realized कि कुछ ना कुछ तो करना है career में, right? And I was very good at coding in school. ठीक है, I had done like a lot of competitions, etc. I knew like 3 languages when I was in 11th and 12th.
What?
Yeah, and I had made apps and all of that stuff. That is when I got
तूने वो MIT challenge वाला कुछ video
Yeah,
डाला था.
yeah. Yes, so I got to like 3rd round of that challenge, and I'd made an app for women's safety, stuff like that. So I got into it. और उस time पे मेरे को अच्छा लगता था, उसलिए I thought कि computer science I will take. But a year into it, I realized that maybe this is not the best for my skill set, because I also have a very creative side to me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to explore that. So I started taking up random internships of whatever I could find on my way. I did a sales and marketing thing, then I did a design branding thing, learned like Figma and all the design tools. Sales bhi काफी interesting tha. It's also started giving me some money on the end, which was helping me like spend on things that I like getting a ring light, for example. And and then I was also in SME in college for like content writing and English literature. So I was also taking that part with me because I always was passionate about it. Where I think in 3rd semester I took up a course. It was an optional course about entrepreneurship, and after I took that up, I met some like-minded people, who were like into making things, building things. That was something that I was always into. And then after I found my set of people, we started looking out for problems, and then I had my own startup, which was and we got a pre-seed from Cisco. He works at Cisco now.
Yeah, Cisco is too funny. Wow.
I was in 3rd year, and 3rd year में हमें fund मिला था. 2nd year we had started on it, and काफी users थे. We had about 8,000, 10,000 users. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
हमारे कॉलेज के अलावा और भी कॉलेजेस में थे वो.
हाँ. So we had
Can you
spoken to a
name
lot
some
of
of the
colleges.
colleges?
No.
You can't name
No.
them. Okay. 8,000.
Yeah, we had a lot of people use it. So it was very popular. Like even now when I go back to my college and you talk about Sublit Tech, people remember it. Sublit was the name. If you're from PES, you should know. I hope.
Website is up.
Website is, we have closed it down.
Okay.
The website is still available, but
Okay.
we have reminded people that we're closing it down because we couldn't make money out of it. It's a very good problem to be solved. It was a very good product.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good business. And we realized that. तो उससे बहुत learning मिली. And then I realized जो भी मैं काम कर रही थी, it was very much like what a product manager does, right? So after CEO, the next person I could think of was a product manager. And I took up internships again in startups. So being in Bangalore, that was a good thing. तो इसलिए मैं मेरा कॉलेज में ध्यान था ही नहीं, क्योंकि मैं फुल टाइम इंटर्नशिप्स कर रही थी. आई वाज लिटरली इन देयर ऑफिसेस द एंटायर टाइम, एंड आई वाज जस्ट कमिंग टू माय कॉलेज. मैं अटेंडेंस कैसे तो मैनेज कर रही थी, मैं रोती थी, गिड़गिड़ाती थी, साइन कराती थी अटेंडेंस शीट.
कभी तो इसके प्रॉक्सी लग जाते थे, वो बहुत कम लगता था प्रॉक्सी, बट स्टिल शी वाज एबल टू मैनेज इट. मतलब कभी कभी ये कॉलेज आती थी, देन कुछ क्लासेस करके छोड़ देती थी, एंड शी यूज्ड टू गो फॉर इंटर्नशिप. तो इंटर्नशिप वाला फेज इसका खतरनाक था. शी वाज अर्निंग गुड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी देयर इन 3rd year.
एंड आई हैड माय लैपटॉप विद मी. मैं लंच ब्रेक्स पे बैठ के या जो भी मेरे को बैक टाइम मिलता था क्लासेस के बीच में बैठ के, आई वुड लाइक डू द वर्क. एंड द कंपनीज वर आल्सो लाइक बीइंग अंडरस्टैंडेबल, लाइक काफी अंडरस्टैंड कर रही थी, एंड आई वाज लर्निंग अ लॉट. देन आई स्विच्ड टू इंटर्नशिप्स देयर, एंड बाय 3rd year का second sem, which is that 6th semester, I got into a company that I was very happy with in a product role.
Yeah.
That is when the placement pressure has started building up. He knows more about the placement pressure.
प्लेसमेंट्स की तो हमने पिछले वाली जो प्रियांश अर्पित के साथ वीडियो डाली थी, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड लॉट अबाउट प्लेसमेंट्स की कितना प्रेशर होता है उस टाइम. एंड सिंस वी वर इनटू इंजीनियरिंग और हमें प्लेसमेंट में बैठना था, हमें जॉब चाहिए ही थी उसकी, बट एट द सेम टाइम हमारी पीहू वर्मा वो प्लेसमेंट्स में नहीं बांट रही थी, और ये चीज़ हमें 15 इतना प्रेशर था उस टाइम, हम लोग कॉन्टैक्ट में भी नहीं थे उतना, तो 15-20 दिन 25 दिन हो गए एंड कोई लिस्ट में ना नाम आ रहा है इसका, ना कुछ हो रहा है ना, वी वर लाइक यार पीहू प्लेसमेंट में बांट ही नहीं रही क्या, बिल्कुल नहीं बांट रही। और फिर हमने इससे बात किया तो इसने कहा यार मैं प्लेसमेंट्स में नहीं बांट रही एंड मैं सारे मेल्स डिलीट कर देती हूँ, मेरे को मेल्स ही नहीं देखने। एंड ऐसे ऐसे करके 1 महीना 1.5 महीना निकल गया, लाइक आई गॉट प्लेस, प्रियांश गॉट प्लेस,
Yeah.
अर्पित को तो पीपीओ लगा था। तो फिर उसके बाद भी मेल्स आ रहे थे, मतलब दिसंबर तक मेल्स आ रहे थे अबाउट प्लेसमेंट्स एंड ऑल अलग अलग कंपनीज के। तो वॉलमार्ट कब आई थी?
Walmart came in like October. I got in November.
ओके
October में Walmart came. So although essentially I was तो मैंने प्लेसमेंट से पहले थोड़ी बहुत प्रिपरेशन करने की कोशिश किया, started doing DSA and all that, lead code, blah blah. Like I'll try it, and I tried it, and at a point I got good with the logic and stuff also, but I realized कि this is not something that's making me happy, and I was earning like 1/4 of what these companies were coming for, but मेरे दिमाग में वो था कि I don't wanna go for it. There was a lot of pressure from my family side as well. Like मैंने एक point पे उन्हें convince कर दिया था कि मैं नहीं, मतलब what, not even convince, I had told them कि मैं नहीं बैठने वाली placements में. It took a while to come up with a decision. But एक दो बार ऐसा हुआ था right कि मेरे parents के पास भी other people would come and talk to them कि क्या कर रही है आपकी बेटी, और वो मॉम के दिमाग में घुस जाता था एंड शी वुड स्क्रीम एट मी एंड आई वुड हैव मेजर मेंटल ब्रेकडाउन्स एंड मैं रोती रहती थी पूरा दिन कि am I doing the right thing, am I not doing the right thing. It was very hard to take that call because obviously I've paid so much in college, good companies are coming in, they were not very hard to crack either. अगर तुम थोड़ा एफर्ट मारते तो there were very good chances you would get something क्योंकि the amount of companies that were coming in, right? तो बट वो डिसीजन लेना कि नहीं मेरे को नहीं करना है and then trying to fight with the entire world about it was not easy. And my parents were trying to be really supportive, but obviously they had their moments. It came to me also multiple times, and then like he said, I would delete the emails क्योंकि मेरे को देखना ही नहीं कौन सी कंपनी आ रही है, कितना पैसा दे रही है, because it would get to my head. And I was just doing my work. And एक दिन Walmart came, and इन जो हमारा पाप का ग्रुप है, इन लोगों ने उस पर मैसेज किया कि Walmart आई है प्रोग्राम मैनेजर के रोल के लिए, and that was the only company that came for a non-software developer role. एक लीड प्रोग्राम मैनेजर, कोई भी नॉन सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर रोल के लिए कोई भी नहीं आई थी. दिस वाज द ओनली कंपनी एंड वाज वॉलमार्ट, वाज अ बिग कंपनी. एंड अर्पित ने मैसेज किया था पीहू इसके लिए अप्लाई कर दे, एंड मैंने बोला मैंने तो ईमेल डिलीट कर दिया. देन दे फॉरवर्डेड मी द ईमेल एंड आई अप्लाइड फॉर इट.
इंटर्नशिप के लिए आई थी वो?
हाँ, इंटर्नशिप के लिए आई थी, ओनली इंटर्नशिप, इट वाज नॉट एन FTE ऑफर एट ऑल. एंड आई सैट फॉर दैट वाज द फर्स्ट कंपनी आई सैट फॉर एंड हो गया. And I was also, they only took one person across campuses for that role, and it happened, and I don't know how, it was very quick.
ही इज टैलेंटेड, बहुत पोटेंशियल है इसमें, ये सारी चीज़ें हमें पता है, हमें भरोसा था इस पे, इसलिए हमने बोला था कि वॉलमार्ट के फॉर्म भर दे. बट फॉर ऑडियंस वो तो तुझे नहीं जानते ना, तो आई वांट टू नो कि क्या मतलब क्या तो बंदी है तू, मतलब क्या किया तूने कि मतलब पहला फॉर्म भरा वॉलमार्ट का, ठीक है कोडिंग टेस्ट हुआ फर्स्ट राउंड इसने निकाल लिया, एंड देन इंटरव्यू राउंड. इसका मैंने रेज्यूमे देखा था, रेज्यूमे वाज अमेजिंग, इतने सारे इंटर्नशिप्स के एक्सपीरियंस, मतलब क्योंकि इंजीनियरिंग डोमेन से बाहर निकलना था ऐसे, तो शी चोज प्रोग्राम मैनेजर या प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर के रोल ये ढूंढ रही थी. एंड उसका रेज्यूमे देख के मैं बोला वाओ, इस रेज्यूमे से शी क्रैक्ड वॉलमार्ट. तो जो इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस है, मैं बहुत ज़्यादा क्यूरियस है, आई वांट टू नो कि कैसे, तो लेट ऑडियंस ऑल्सो नो कि तूने मतलब क्या ही मचा है.
कुछ नहीं मचा मैंने. So I was very sick. I remember the day before my interview, I had like 1 or 2 fever or something, and I was not okay. And I asked them if I can postpone my thing. And only 5 people का interview was organized across campuses. दोनों campuses के through, and then they said कि हम नहीं कर पाएंगे, and I was like okay fine. And I'm sick and I have this tissue box beside me, and I don't know what I'm doing. Only thing that I think genuinely helped me कि when they were asking me questions in the interview, I didn't have bookish answers to give them. All I was talking was from my experience, and by this point, which is 7th semester, I had about 2+ years of product experience, right? Which is something that genuinely helped me. So मेरा resume was never about final year project या मैंने कौन सा project बनाया या मैंने कौन सी what have I made externally with a subject. वो subject में projects बनाते थे, right? I'd never mentioned those because that's what a computer science student is supposed to do. But all my resume is just experiences, what I've learned, what I've done. So I think that really impressed them because it was all about real life experiences because I learned through them. क्योंकि मेरे को नहीं पता था what are PRDs, what are release notes. I had zero absolute idea, and when I got into my first company, I started learning them. Right then, I started realizing how do you work with the developer team, how do you work with the design team, and all the nitty gritty details. And I think one more thing that really helped me was मेरे दिमाग में ये नहीं था कि shit मेरे को ये job चाहिए ही चाहिए and ये this is something I need and my life depends on it. I think I've never had that with anything that I've done in my life, and that really helps क्योंकि I don't let that sort of pressure build on myself. जब मेरे को वो realize होता है मेरे में pressure build हो रहा है, I'm like भाड़ में जाए. Right? What's the worst that can happen? I won't get this job. I'll figure something out. Chuck it. Right? And
उस पे वो मैं कर सकता हूँ.
but it's a like said, it's a hard thing to do. There are multiple days I have major breakdowns still, because you're doing something which is not traditional, right? And but then the interview started, and once the interview starts, then I get a lot calmer. And मैंने शर्ट पहनी हुई है और नीचे में ऐसे गरम सॉक्स में कंबल ओढ़ रखा है मैंने, and I've taken a PCM, and मैं इंटरव्यू देती हूँ. इंटरव्यू was supposed to be for an hour. It lasted for 2 hours, which I thought was a good thing. हाँ हाँ एक ही रात. There were 2 people who did it, तो एक एक करके, and they we closed the interview, and then I called them, and then they're like कैसा गया? I think शायद से गया. And then they're like what? And उसी शाम को रिजल्ट्स के.
अरे उसी शाम को आया था ना.
उसी शाम या अगली शाम को.
जा रहे थे वही.
हाँ तो मैं मेस में खाना खाने जा रहा था, and I called, and they're like हो गया ना तेरा. The first I have a video recording of that. I have a screen recording. Yeah. And I was crying, I was bawling my eyes because it was paying me a lot better. First thing, I was a bigger name, and everybody always told me कि problem ये था कि product में जब तुम जाने की कोशिश करते हो after engineering, which is something that I chose to do, only IITs, NITs get the opportunity to do that because that's an easy filter. Right? तो मैंने इसीलिए ज़्यादा फोकस किया था एक्सपीरियंसेस बिल्ड करने में कि कुछ तो हो जिसको people see and let me in. But even to get an interview is hard क्योंकि तुम्हारा पहला filter is on your college name. तो when Walmart happened, I was very happy to, even though it was not the role I wished for. But मेरे को ये बोला था कि अगर you get a bigger name on your resume, this will really help you stand out. Because your college name is not that great. Like the college is great when it comes to Bangalore and Karnataka, but on a national level, it's not. Yeah.
Like जितना डोमेन इसने चेंज किया ना, एक्सप्लोर किया, लाइक मोस्टली पीपल चोज टू ड्रॉप फ्रॉम कॉलेज, बट इसने वो भी नहीं किया. इसने कॉलेज भी मैनेज किया, इसने इंटर्नशिप भी की, एंड सब कुछ इसने मैनेज किया, एंड शी डिडंट गेट एनी बैकलॉग. तो दैट इज अमेजिंग. आई एम सो प्राउड.
Thank you. And yeah, we go Walmart.
तो फिर हाँ, उसका भी रीजन बताना कि तूने क्यों इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट की, मतलब डिग्री क्यों किया.
My parents wanted me to. And I mean, I understand that now because it's a good thing to fall back on. Let's say कि none of this worked out, right? Which it is, seems to be now it is working out, but नहीं हुआ. So I always have a way to go back, get good at DSA, get a coding job, and it's easy. Even if they might pay me pennies, but I'll still have job security. So I think that was their point of view कि you will have a softer cushion to fall on and not hard concrete, and I think that stays. But I feel there is no value of this degree. You just pay them for a piece of paper. You can do absolutely everything that they teach you so much better on your own. And I don't think people were learning from classes anyways. It is literally you are on your own, and college is about figuring yourself out and what you want. I keep telling this multiple times. So I don't know. He doesn't want me to talk all of these things, but it's what I genuinely feel. College recently called me back for a talk. There was a event happening, and they called me for a talk as a speaker. I'm like, this is the same college जहाँ पे teachers मेरे को बोलते थे पीहू तेरा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. Right? People, they didn't like me. First of all, I had colored hair, and I was the it girl, and all of that. So my professors did not. There were few professors that really loved me, and there were some that were like, "Piyush, you are never gonna get anything." And then that college, I'm not a good scorer. My GPA is like 7.2 or 3. I don't even know.
7.2 something.
Yeah, he knows me better. I have no idea. And then they called me to be a speaker. I'm like, भाई 9 वालों को बुलाओ ना, अब क्यों चाहिए तुम्हें? But they did, and then I was like, this is a full circle moment where you feel that maybe whatever you didn't feel right in the moment, but later on it does. So what I'm trying to say is, in your college, try to really figure out what you want to do, and you always have ways to get to it. Even if they're hard, but there are ways to get to it. You don't have to stick to the traditional part. You don't have to get a... If that's what you love, then great. But if you feel you love something else, don't just settle for things. Because there was pressure at my end from a lot of things as well. And maybe I'm coming from a place of, what do you call that? that I had a safety net as well.
Hmm.
And maybe I'm coming from a place of that's a word come from P. Grateful that I was able to take these chances and my parents were still on board. Like at the end of the day, they were like, "ठीक है, देखो करना है तो कर ले." And if it doesn't happen, then you have to do what you have to do. And I think all of those things mattered, and I'm grateful for that. But still, if you really want to do something, I think you should always give it a shot. And there are ways to make it work. Like just because you're doing a degree doesn't mean you have to just do the degree.
Yeah.
That's something that I think if there's nothing else you're taking away from this video, I want you to take that away, even if not for yourself, for people around you, for your next generation or whatever, right? I think that's something you should have in your mind. And yeah, and then Walmart happened, and
Yeah.
Walmart continued for 14 months,
Yep.
I think, and now I'm switching.
Okay.
Yes.
This is also interesting. So मैं इसे बोल दूँ?
Yeah, don't tell the company name.
हाँ, मैं इसे अराउंड जब इसने वॉलमार्ट ज्वाइन किया था उसके 2-3 महीने बाद से व्हेन आई शिफ्टेड टू दिस फ्लैट मैंने स्टार्टेड मेकिंग वीडियोस अगेन. मैंने 2-3 वीडियोस डाली थी एंड आई टोल्ड पीहू यार अब कोलैब कर ले मेरे साथ यार, अब तो वीडियो डाल ले. कब 2020 में हमने कोलैब किया था. लेट्स मेक सम वॉलमार्ट का इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस कंटेंट एंड ऑल, और लेट्स जस्ट बी रॉ एंड टेल एवरीथिंग टू ऑडियंस जो भी हम रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं. एंड फाइनली वी आर डूइंग इट.
Yeah. After like 14 months of going to Walmart.
Yep.
And yeah, it's what March. It's March
खत्म होने वाला
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we graduated in July 23.
Yep.
Joined Walmart in Jan 23. And now I'm leaving Walmart. I'm on my notice period, and this is
Okay.
a video बन रहा है हमारा, which is interesting.
वॉलमार्ट छोड़ने के बाद आई एम सो हैप्पी फॉर हर. तो शी वाज वेरी स्टूडियस, मतलब फर्स्ट बेंच में बैठती थी, मतलब मेरे से ज़्यादा पढ़ती थी. एंड लाइक पीछे हम लोग बात करते थे, वी यूज्ड टू बिच अबाउट हर कि यार इतना क्वेश्चंस क्यों पूछती है ये, मतलब टीचर्स से. देयर वाज अ टीचर, फिजिक्स टीचर रंगा स्वामी सर. सो शी यूज्ड टू कीप आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस, सर ये कैसे वो कैसे. तो वी वर लाइक शी इज़ द टॉपर ऑफ द क्लास एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. वी हैड दैट पिक्चर ऑन आवर माइंड कि यार ये तो टॉपर है या ये टॉप करने वाली है क्लास में. एंड फिर थिंग्स चेंज्ड. इसने कितनी सारी चीज़ें की, मतलब 4 साल इसका बाद क्या बोलते हैं उसको, व्हाट डू वी कॉल इट,
ऊपर नीचे.
ऊपर नीचे. देयर सम
Graph.
वर्ड राइट. नो देयर सम वर्ड.
It was not constant.
इट वाज नॉट कांस्टेंट.
Now that हमने बहुत ज्यादा ज्ञान दे दिया है, essentially मैंने बहुत ज्यादा ज्ञान दे दिया है.
कॉलेज लाइफ के बारे में बात कर ली हमने, करियर के बारे में बात कर
करियर
ली.
के बारे में बात कर ली. Yeah, I'm switching to a product role now. I'm switching to an
Yeah.
APM role now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It might seem like a fast switch for somebody. That I'm going from a very big I'm going from a Fortune 500 company to a 30 people wala startup. So yeah, like I said, very unconventional decisions being made in my life, and I hope they somehow turn out well. Now that the Gyan and the career part's over, back to you, sir.
यप. तो आज हम लोग वीडियो के स्टार्टिंग में बीच में शायद बात कर रहे थे अबाउट हर डांस थिंग. सो द ग्राफ इफ यू सी, डांस का अगर मैं इंक्लूड करूँ, बट कंटेंट क्रिएशन,
Yeah,
you can
I think so. Not sure.
नॉट श्योर अबाउट कंटेंट क्रिएशन, बट
Started off with that.
yeah, started off with content creation, but इसने डांस वीडियोस बहुत सारे डालने शुरू किए थे Instagram and all. And after she got into Walmart, after she was able to figure out schedule कि इसे कैसे manage करना है सारी चीज़ें, so she was able to take dance classes, professional dance classes ये जाती थी. And I think she'll able to speak more about it. मेरे को उतना idea नहीं.
Yeah, so I realized that dance is something I'm very passionate about, and once I got Walmart, I had more stability in my life, like a tiny bit more stability in my life, even though it was like just an internship period. कुछ promise नहीं था, तुम्हारा full time job was not promised, blah blah blah, it was all performance based. But still, I had some extra money now that because this all needed money, and I was living with my brother, so I still had certain restraints with time, but it was better.
Yep.
I had moved in with him, I left my PG. So I started taking up dance because I was able to have my own money. I can spend it and I can be like, hey, I really want to take up dance. And it started off with taking workshops. It was just making me happy. And I was like, no, I want to train. Right. And I started training classes and picked up the forms I really like. So I went with hip hop and then I started doing heels. And I think heels is something that is very core to me now.
Like, तुमने 2-3 वीडियो डाले हैं in reels, मतलब काफ़ी ज़्यादा अमेजिंग वीडियो. लाइक she has gone from this to वो मतलब दीवाल तोड़ के चल जाएगा कि मतलब अमेजिंग.
Yeah.
वो वीडियो था ना एक हील वाला, लाइक यू आर वेयरिंग कंप्लीट ब्लैक ड्रेस एंड हील इज आल्सो ब्लैक एंड यू आर
Mhm.
डांसिंग इन सम वेस्टर्न सॉन्ग.
Yes.
That was amazing. Do you remember that song? Okay, I'll put that reel in this video.
Yes, so there are a lot of skills videos happening now. Like I love it so much कि मेरे birthday पे this year I threw a party on 9th March. My birthday is on 10th. 9th की night को party throw करी and 10th को I went and attended a dance workshop like on my heels thing and I was like that's all I love to do and I want to do it and I really want to get better at it and maybe someday sort of have some sort of future in it and started getting gigs also this year on dance. So got like one dance gig as a background dancer in like a Kannada movie song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When? ये तो हमें भी नहीं पता है. This is a surprise for me. When this happened?
Last December I think.
When you
November.
shot? When you shot? Shot
November.
हो गया?
Yeah, yeah.
Shot भी हो गया?
Yeah.
Bro, हमें कौन
I've
बताएगा?
not put things out from it yet. I'm very bad at putting out content. I record it. I'm very bad at putting it out. So I think that was my first dance. That's when I got my dancing tattoo on my leg.
Okay.
It was to sort of celebrate that. I'm big on tattoos. And big on like making memories and putting them on paper. So I think dance is something that I see something happening in, if not acting.
वो भी हो जाएगा.
Maybe with some time. But I have a lot of like I am very passionate about a lot of things and I'm trying to figure out how do I balance things, how do I make time for things. I think I found a sweet balance for dance. And then I think dance is something that's in my life and now Pilates.
Okay. ये डांस चीजें इसकी सारी चल रही थी एंड वन डे शी वाज टेलिंग कि मैं को पिलाटिस की कोर्स कर रही हूँ एंड वंस आई पास दिस एग्जाम आई विल बी अ प्रोफेशनल पिलाटिस इंस्ट्रक्टर. आई वाज लाइक यू क्या कर रही है यार? व्हाई? मतलब आई एम सो प्राउड ऑफ हर. लाइक वी ऑल आर प्राउड ऑफ हर बट यार कैसे मैनेज करिए? लाइक वी आर इनटू आवर वर्क और एक वीकेंड का वेट करते हैं हम लोग एंड उसमें भी सोकर बर्बाद कर देते हैं एंड देयर शी इज. मतलब वीकेंड का इतना ज़्यादा प्रोडक्टिव होता है इसका. She goes for dance. इसने पिलाटिस का कोर्स कर लिया. Finally, what क्या चल रहा है पिलाटिस?
So I did a pop Pilates instructor course and I cleared it. So I realized that it was something that I love. It's on music. It's related to there's music. I love music because I've danced and it's related to fitness. My mom was a yoga trainer for most of my life and I used to attend her classes as a kid. So this is something that I feel has passed through generations. So like my family is really proud about it. They're very happy. And they're like, mummy is like, मेरा जो किया हुआ है वो काम में आ रहा है.
Wow.
It's showing through. And I took my first class on 11th March. It was like the day after my birthday. And it's a very special day. I was first day of me being 23. And I was like, I'll take my first class there. And I have a few clients. Now I've started taking classes. And it keeps me really happy. Teaching people makes me very happy. Talking makes me very happy. Anything related to fitness, music makes me very happy. So I think it's a good combination of everything.
Yep.
And I might start my classes in Koramangala soon. So if you're in Bangalore, please follow my Instagram page and you attend my class. Like I think you'll like it.
Pihu_Verma on Instagram.
And
you can
tag my fitness or not.
like fitness with Pihu,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Fitness with Pihu is her
New
another
page.
new Instagram page where she uploads some videos, photos of BTS of her
Classes.
Pilates classes, etc. and all.
Come for my class.
Yeah.
You also have to come for my class.
I don't have money. I don't have money.
Guys, one more thing I've learned the hard way. Never do anything you're good at for free. Like, I am not joking. Like, this is a joke, but like, better say that that's not a joke. When somebody asks you to choreograph something for them. So I remember being at my parents' place and the people got to know that I dance and they were like, hey, would you choreograph something for a wedding? And I'm like, yeah, I take this much for this many songs, or this is my
Wow.
charge.
Wow.
And then they were like, they did not expect that to come. I'm like, just because you know me doesn't mean you're not gonna pay for my skill, because I'm putting in my time and effort into that. And it's high time that Indians start realizing that everything doesn't come for free. Like, people outside do that, you know, they value your skill and they value your time and they value your amount. मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए just because you know somebody do shit for free. Never do that. If you're good at something, always make something out of it. If it's like a very close friend, if it's a one-time thing, that's great. But if it's like you're putting in days into it, or if that is something you're earning your livelihood from, right, then it shouldn't be the case. Like, for example, if there is a photographer and that's their earning, then you can't be like, if they're earning through it already, then you can't be like, hey, can you just do it for free for me? Maybe they can give you a discount, but you can't expect it to be for free. Also,
Yeah.
let us know if you want us to start a podcast, because I think we are good at talking.
Okay.
I'm good at listening. Sometimes he's very good at listening when I'm talking, and I think we have a lot to talk about, and I think
Yep.
we can get it out. So if you're really interested, and if you
Let us
think
know.
we should start one more thing apart from everything I have on my schedule, then maybe we can start a podcast.
या एक्चुअली वी कैन फाइंड टाइम है और क्योंकि सब मोस्टली क्या होता है ना, मैं वीकेंड के सैटरडे सोने में वेस्ट करता हूँ, एंड इफ शी हेल्प्स मी सम क्रिएटिंग सम पॉडकास्ट चैनल और व्हाट, वी कैन डू इट प्योर.
Yeah, I think so. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And this video has finally happened. So I think there's
Whoa.
more way to go. Like,
I think it's more than 30 minutes, I guess now.
yeah, for sure. So if you have sat through this, we love you. Thank you so much. Give us a follow on Instagram. Talk to us. Ask us anything. Don't ask me anything about coding questions. Okay, I have a lot of juniors coming to me asking कि कैसे prepare करना चाहिए placement.
And that you can ask me.
Yeah, that you can ask him anything else about life and
Yeah, I'm from Cisco App
Domains.
Dynamics. She's from some new startup she has joined. We
Yeah.
can't reveal the name right now, but yes, that is amazing. So let me know your doubts, anything you wanna know about us in the comment section. Follow us on Instagram, which is in the description. You can check out the link, and you can check out her Instagram page, Fitness with Pihu and Pihu_Verma, where she puts amazing Instagram reels, videos, dance reels, and
getting
Pilates
this
reels.
reel out which he has shot. I
Yeah.
just like so nice. So if
I
this
can
video
tell the
comes out
company's
this time, no, it's a collaboration.
Ah, anyway, it will come after your.
If it comes out before,
Yeah.
then it's a collaboration with Bolt.
Okay.
If it comes out after that, so he has shot it. It's really good. Right, I'm like super happy about it.
मजा आया मेरे को शूट करने में, मतलब मेरे को लगा मैं आईफोन के पैसे वसूल हो गए इसके वीडियो शूट
I
करके.
swear, बहुत अच्छा. And this video has been nice. मतलब हमें लगे, मेरे को actually नहीं लग रहा कि हम वीडियो शूट करें. It just feels like
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
I think that's the best part, and we'll make a lot more videos if you want us.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
figure it out. Yeah, thank you. Have a great day and
Yeah.
all the best with whatever you're doing. And we love you. You're very friendly. Talk to us.
See you soon in the next video. Thank you.
Bye.